Have you ever felt guilty? Not for something you did, but for simply existing while depressed. For all the days you wasted, for the person you didn't become, for the life you couldn't live. If so, this video is for you. Hi, I'm Lieta and this is You Are Okay. I'm a psychologist who lives with depression, and here we talk about depression, guilt, burnout, trauma, but not with the shame, with honesty, with love, with courage. Here we don't hide from our pain. We study it, we hold it, and we learn how to come back to ourselves, stronger, wiser, and more alive. So, guilt and depression, the pain no one talks about. Have you ever felt guilty not just for what you've done, but for who you've become? Guilty for the years you lost to depression, for not being strong enough, fast enough, happy enough, for simply existing but not really living. In this video, I want to talk about the kind of guilt no one sees, but so many of us silently carry. And more importantly, how to begin letting it go. The invisible guilt of depression. Depression doesn't just steal your joy, it steals your sense of worth. And then quietly it replaces it with guilt. You wake up already exhausted. You scroll through life and watching people build, move, love, succeed, and you are barely breathing. And then the thoughts, why can't I just try it harder? Why I'm so behind? What is wrong with me? That voice becomes a constant whisper. It doesn't yell, it needles, it says, you are lazy. You are wasting your life. You should have done more. This is your fault, and only your fault. But let me tell you something. From one human to another human who really understands these feelings, that voice is not truth. That voice is the echo of trauma, cultural expectations, and invisible pain. It is not your voice, and it is not your fault. Why this guilt feels so real? Guilt in depression isn't logical, it is emotional, embodied, spiritual. It's the guilt of not becoming the person you thought you would be, of wasting your potential, of not protecting yourself, of staying too long in something that broke you, a relationship, a job, a pattern, anything. You look back and think, why didn't I leave? Why didn't I see it? Why did I let it go this far? And there is guilt for the past, but also guilt for how it still affects you now. Guilt that your body is still tired. Guilt that your mind still shuts down. Guilt that you can't just be normal. And even worse, guilt that you let it happen. Let me say this clearly. You are not to blame. You made the choices you made with what you knew then. If you could have done better, you would have, if you would know. But you were surviving and you thought it is the best choice to do. And that matters. The guilt of getting into the pain. There is another layer to guilt we rarely talk about. Not just the guilt of being depressed, but the guilt of how you got there. You ask yourself, why did I let that person treat me like that? Why did I give my life to something that never loved me back. You were never rewarded. Why did I stand up for myself? Why did I waste so much time not living? And this is the guilt that truly breaks us, because we feel like we chose the pain, uh, but you didn't choose trauma. You didn't choose manipulations with yourself. You didn't choose the weight of years unlived. You loved, you tried, you hoped, and then you broke. That's not failure. That's what happens when someone carries too much for really too long. The guilt loop, and why it's dangerous. This guilt creates a trap. You feel low, you blame yourself, then you feel worse, then you do less, then you blame yourself again, and it is like a loop. And slowly you believe the lie: I am broken, I deserve this, I wasted everything, but that is not your truth. That is depression lying to you. You are not here to carry guilt forever. You are here to live, to heal, to be happy, to feel joy. So, how to begin letting go? How do we begin? Let's start small. Catch the thought. Ask, would I speak this way to a friend? Is this belief helping me heal or stay stuck? Try rewriting the story. Instead of I lost 3 years, try I survived 3 years. I learned a lot. I understood myself, and now I'm ready to live again. For body, you can do gentle movements, slow breaths, walkings. Touch your own chest and say, I forgive myself, with love, with compassion. Even 2 minutes a day tell your nervous system you are safe now. You can work spiritually. Write, pray, sit in nature, ask, what does my heart needs to hear today? And daily do little tiny goals, like open the window, drink water, say one kind thing to yourself. Try to enjoy these little moments. That's enough for today. Tell yourself this every day. Say it, whisper it. Say it to the mirror. I didn't choose to suffer, but I choose to heal. I choose to be happy again. I'm not guilty for being hurt. I'm allowed to begin again. I am not broken. I am becoming, and I am becoming stronger. You may feel full of guilt right now, but guilt is not your identity. It's a wound, and wounds can heal. You are not lazy, you are not behind, you are not a failure. You are a soul in pain, learning to breathe again. You are someone who deserves compassion, not punishment. You are okay. Even when you don't feel okay, you are. Thank you for being here with me today. If this helped you or somebody needs to hear it, share it with someone. Subscribe, comment, and come back. I will be very happy if my experience can help somebody, at least to be heard. Of course, better to heal. And we are here to support each other. So you are welcome, and remember, you are okay.